Tumesema kama serikali sasa wananchi akiuawa na ndovu tunamlipa shilingi milioni 5.
Yo guys, this is the greatest kind of circus such kind of a person of such caliber is supposed to make. I'm pretty sure that some people were seated there and they were listening from the president as he makes his statement that if umegongwa na ndovu tutakulipa 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Kama umeuawa pesa fulani, kama imekukanyaga pesa fulani, kama imekanyaga shamba lako tutakulipa milioni fulani. You guys, how do you even sit down and listen from the president make such kind of statements? And what about the president advisors? How do you advise the president? Just for the sake of this record, just listen to what the president is saying.
Ama mnyama yeyote na pale mbele hapo katikati mwananchi akiumizwa na ndovu tumeweka graduation. Mwingine watalipwa milioni 3, mwingine milioni 2, kama amekumiza zaidi tunafikisha milioni 4. Bora hujasafiri kwenda ile safari ya mbele kwenda mbali. Bora bado huko area tunakushughulikia. Unaona hiyo? Na vile vile mambo ya snake bites na yale mengine, so tunapangana pamoja na nyinyi.
Ya tutapangana kama hujasafiri kwa hiyo safari nyingine ya kwenda mbinguni. Because now if njogu ikikumiza, the elephant or the warthog or the snake, we are going to compensate you with a certain bulk amount of money which is going to take care of you. This kind of a statement is a statement from the president which diminishes his power, which shows how inhuman the president is. He really wants to tell me that he doesn't care. Yeah, he doesn't care. If you don't take care of yourself, we will take care of you. Do you think, for God's sake, if a snake bites you, how many people this year have been bitten by a snake, and were you compensated by any case, by any chance? No, you weren't. You weren't. Oh, and the president was making this statement. Some people were seated there. They were clapping. What were they thinking about? You see, the president, I can give him a 50-50 trust. One, the president goes with what you need or maybe what you want. If you want something so bad that you want the president to do, he will promise you that I'm going to do it. Because now, if I don't promise, if the president doesn't promise you, you don't feel comfortable. So he has to promise you. Yeah. The second thing, the president goes with the situation. If the situation demands tranquility, he will give tranquility, integrity. He will give valid and verdicts. But now, another thing, the president goes with, who am I addressing? Which kind of caliber? Which kind of understanding do these people have? If you have a low point of understanding, the president is going to make an anyhow statement. Because after all, you don't care about what he says. What you care is about what he is going to give you, more especially food and money. I think, according to this statement, and now judging from the caliber of a president, the president somehow showed us, or showed me, how inhuman he is. And that is why Gen Z lost much of we lost many of Gen Zs. They were killed and others abducted, molested, suffered in the hands of the abductees, abductors. And the others are in jail, and others were dumped in quarry and all that. But the president did not really take much time concentrating on the dead people. he took much of his time thinking about what next. It was more of what next. And even when we had the water something, the water calamity that drained most of the houses, and the people lost properties and lost lives, lost their loved ones. The president did not take much of his time, in investigation and even restoring the residents of the people who succumbed the calamity. He was so much interested on what next. But now, just saying as a personnel, from my personal view, that's my personal view. Kenyans are so naive in that the president has mastered their art, right away from those who call themselves educated, to those who are illiterate, and to those who are politically affiliated, and even the politicians themselves. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. Now, the president has mastered you in that he knows how far you can think and how far you cannot think. There's something that is called global village. Nowadays, the world is on our hands. Now we can see it, we can feel it, we can dictate it. Everything is controlled from our hands. You can probably tell how far somebody can go. How far somebody can, the president can determine how far you can go if you are under the system. Some systems are not even told. Some systems are under the influence of politics. That is also a system. When you are under the influence of politics or politicians, or a given particular politician, you are under that particular system. So if you are under any influence or under any system, you are susceptible to be determined how far you can go, how much you can earn, and what you can do with how much you are earning. And now, when I know how much you are earning, I can control you. Now listen, my people. When we have this kind of leaders who don't care what they speak, to who they are speaking, they care so much, yeah. But they speak not caring the impact it is going to bring to the next generational leaders. What do we do about these kind of leaders? Absolutely, we need to get rid of them. You see, the president we need to get rid of the kind of leaders who lies, because the genesis of lie began here. This is among the foundational genesis of lies, because when he realized I can tell you this and you believe, then he put the first step forward to lies, and he continuously keep on lying to you because he knows you like things that suits your desires now. So we need, for instance, to be cautious about, for those ones who are civilized. I'm talking about the civilized people, because Morara is talking about civic education. But civic, people who have gone through civic education, they are called civilized. So let me assume that most of the people who have undergone Morara's classes have now been civilized. Now, we're supposed to be conscious about what the leaders are saying. If you follow what leaders are saying, then you are susceptible to poverty or to crime or deficit. You see, we need now to stand out and ask yourself, we are all poor currently. We don't know what to do about leadership, but we know what to do to put food on our tables. We have resources that we have to protect now. So what is the first step? When the president comes before you, giving you promises, and telling you the importance of SHA, SHIF, and other organizations which are coming up, you got to put a pamper in your ears so that you don't listen to what he says, so that we can sit down and construct a system that is not only going to benefit us but also the next generation. So instead of sitting at X and WhatsApps and Facebook and TikTok live and talking, but at the end of the day we do not come up with the solutions which are going to benefit us more, especially put food on our tables. I don't know what to say, but we have a long way to go. So instead of sitting there, let us sit down and let us come up with possible doable things, doable solutions, to know where to begin from and how to proceed, to make sure that at the end of the day we have our resources protected and we have our future safeguarded. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video.